Good morning, everybody. It's Stephanie Grams, and it is Monday, May 22nd, 2023. And I just wanted to share some stuff with you today. All right, this is the old cover. Same content, old cover. And we have the two newest books that I've published. This is the Quarterly Business Planner. It has been updated for 2023, and it is for sale in my Amazon author area, which the link is underneath this video. And this is volume 2 of the Ultimate Guide for Memory Bear and Keepsake Sewing Business Owners. And I designed it. I thought this was cute, the spine right here. Remember, your passion and dreams alone won't help you succeed in your sewing business. It takes knowledge and a plan. So join me, Stephanie Grams, an experienced memory bear and keepsake sewing business owner, as I share the business side of sewing. And that is me, stephaniegrams.com, right there. You can also get your free ebook at Sewpreneur.com, which is this website, Sewpreneur, meaning sewing entrepreneur. And so today's quick tutorial is talking about the internet and how you fit into the whole scheme of things. So these are just some generic little forms I created for today's video, and hopefully they kind of paint a picture of how a website fits into your whole business your business as a whole, I should say. So if you haven't already subscribed to my newsletter, you need to go to sewpreneur.com, and this is where I help sewing enthusiasts go from hobbyist to sewpreneur. And let's get started. So the internet is this big, huge circle, right? And we all are trying to find our space within this World Wide Web or the internet. And when you have a business, it makes it a little bit more pertinent on how you can get into that space. Well, right now, what is in this space, right? What is always in the internet space? We have social media. I think social media and your competition take up the most of the World Wide Web, and maybe I'm wrong, but from where I sit every day, me and my students, social media is like the biggest time waster or demands the most time of us. And so, social media has its place. And when we talk about the business side of sewing, it's important to pay attention to social media. But if you are relying on social media to be your voice, then there may be some money that you're missing out on. So what else is taking up our space? We've got this huge open space of internet. There's more room than we realize. And so we've already decided that social media and our competition are literally in our face. They're taking up space. But the next thing, I don't know, not time waster, but time absorber would be news and blogs and noise. So, now we're starting to shrink the internet. What is always asking for your attention? And I'm getting to the business part, so hang with me for just a second. We have the internet, you have a business, you're on social media, and so is your competition, and so is the algorithm. And we live in a time, let me go back to this one, we live in a time where you have to pay to play. So let me write that one down for you. Pay to play. There are ways to get free ads or free publicity and things like that, but for today's purpose, we're talking about social media, and that is where you represent your business. And that can be a huge mistake for the majority of sewing businesses, especially when it comes to memory bears and keepsake sewing. We have our competition, and they are right there on social media too. And social media, unless you pay to play, your free information that you post, if you watch it, it rarely is visible to people that are subscribed to your groups and even your pages. I know I have to tag everyone in a group post, and only a handful of those people see what I've posted. And it did not used to be that way. When Facebook, and I'm just going to pick on Facebook for just a second, because that's the one that I've been on the longest. And I'm on several of the social media, but Facebook has been around the longest, at least for me and my business. And there used to be a time where I would post something on my business page, and 90% of my subscribers and followers would see that for free. Now I have to pay to boost a post or pay for an ad. And so, it's not really working in our favor like it used to. So now we also have to compete with news and blogs and all the other noise, dancing and singing and uh, all the news and noise, right? And so how, as a business owner, are you going to make all of this work in your favor? Well, here you are. This is you. You're the smallest little dot in this whole internet. Um, if you are relying on social media and a third party person, so when I say that, you're not paying to play. You're not running ads. You're not paying for any type of marketing. You're not boosting your posts. You're not paying to play. You literally rely on maybe a Facebook page or group with no website. And now this is where the website comes in. What I teach my students, one of the many things I teach my students is, you're just this little tiny part of a big picture. And if you are posting even regularly on a free, and I always say third party provider. All right, let me write that down for a second. If this is you posting free information or whatever, and you're relying on a free provider such as social media, your word is not getting out as it could be. So how are you going to do this, right? Well, you're going to create your own website. And when I say your own website, what I'm saying is you're going to buy your domain name, and we're going to put a plus there, and pay for hosting. This is the biggest way to make money, and it does not have to be expensive. You can set up a website that serves the purpose of you and your potential customers and the media without spending hundreds of dollars. And that is something that I do teach, and I do share that information. I've created websites since 2006. I don't really do that anymore for people, but I will show you how to do that yourself in the most frugal and budget-friendly way. My domain name was like $9.99, I think, at one point. And now, of course, you have to pay taxes and stuff. And then my hosting is like $10 a month, which is, to me, that's cheap. That's a really good deal because I host about, I don't know, I'm up to 8 domain names now. And so let me just show you a couple more reasons why. And as I say this, I am going to flip to the last page. Now this blue circle kind of got cut off, but you get the point. You want a bigger space, right? Remember, we started out with, here's the internet, and it was this big, huge open space, and you're starting to get crowded out by the social media and your competition. And then along came news and noise and blogs. And then here you were, just this little bitty spot, because you were relying on third parties. You were you were relying on free domain or free websites like eBay and Etsy and Shopify and things like Wix. Anyways, the freebies where you might have bought your domain name and pointed it there, but you're not paying for the hosting. You don't really own that real estate. And now here you go. You go from being freebie reliant to basically being a tenant to being a landlord. All right. And so you own the property. So you want to go from renting the property to owning. And I've had some students say, well, I really don't know anything. I don't know much about the technology that goes behind it, and I'm not really tech savvy. And I do show you how you don't have to be tech savvy to have your own website. You don't have to have an elaborate website. It can be as simple as 3 pages and it still function and be professional. And if that wasn't enough reason, right, to go from the free social media renter to becoming your own landlord of a virtual piece of property, let me give you another reason as I finish up. Okay, you can outshine social media and your competition. You can outshine the news or blogs and noise, and you can actually stand out from the web itself, the internet itself, when you have your own dedicated space. And, in our business, well, every business, right? Every business has competition. Every single business, even if it's a mommy blogger who doesn't sell a thing, she's still in competition. She still wants the views and the likes and the shares and things like that. Well, as a memory bear, keepsake sewing business owner, and I say business owner, not hobbyist, you want to stand out and shine. You want to be, instead of being muffled by everything around you, you want to outshine. You want your competition, maybe you don't, but maybe you do want them to see that, what, here you are, you're here to provide a service. You want your customers to find you and to know you and like you and trust you. And the best way to do that is to own your own digital real estate. When I say digital real estate, remember, I'm talking about purchasing your domain name, paying for your hosting, and standing out from the rest. This provides credibility. Um, it does make you look more professional. You can showcase your products and your services. You give customers and the media a way to reach you and not be blindsided by your competition. Whereas when you're on social media, whoever owns this part of this big circle can always outshine you and decide who is going to see your products and services. And the person that pays the most gets the most views. And unfortunately, when you're just starting out and you're working on a very small budget or maybe no budget at all, that was my case at one point in my business. I didn't have a budget. All of my money I earned from my job literally went to help support my family. And I really got in and dug my heels in and learned everything I possibly could, which is why I've written now volume 2 of this. And I just want to stop real quick. If you've purchased volume 1, definitely get volume 2 because it is updated. It's thicker. There's more information. I kept a lot of the good stuff and added a whole lot more good stuff to this. And this is what we will be using for the classes. I've had many of you ask me about the classes, and they have launched and they will start going live in June. So if you want to secure your place, please go to stephaniegrams.com and find out more information about that. That's where the classes, the link to the classes are there, the newsletter link, and to these books. They're all there. But remember, everything I talk about is to help you go from being a hobbyist to being a sewpreneur. If you're if you're aspiring to start a memory bear business, or you're new, or you're struggling, then you have come to the right place. We have a great group of supporters on Facebook, and that Facebook group will soon be invited to join a private platform. So if you're on the newsletter at sewpreneur.com, and that is right here, definitely go and get your free ebook on everything I wished I would have known. And until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you back again soon. Bye, guys.